Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1961 Milwaukee Braves baseball. It's September 16th, and the Braves are out in LA to take on the Dodgers in the Coliseum. Let's take a look here at the visiting Braves starting lineup. Leading off playing right field is Lee May. Batting second playing center field is Roy McMillan. Batting third playing third's Eddie Matthews. Batting fourth playing center field's Hank Aaron. Batting fifth playing first base is Joe Adcock. Batting sixth playing left field is Frank Thomas. Batting seventh behind the plate doing the catching is Joe Torre. Batting eighth playing second base is Felix Montilla. Batting ninth and on the mound is Lou Burdette. Now let's take a look at the hometown Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup here. We got leading off playing shortstop for the Dodgers, Maury Wills. Batting second, playing second is Jim Gillum. Batting third, playing first base is Ron Fairley. Batting fourth, playing right field, Wally Moon. Batting fifth, playing left field is Frank Howard. Batting sixth, doing the catching is John Rosenborg. Batting seventh and playing third base is Dale Spencer. Batting eighth and playing center field is Willie Davis. Batting ninth on the mound for the Los Angeles Dodgers is Ryan Craig. Let's get to the Coliseum and get this game started, folks. Hey, 007 and Tim D. You got me and Bernie mixed up, huh? That's pretty cool. I didn't know that 007. Alrighty. We got on the mound for the Dodgers, Roger Craig. This is his 14th start. He's got a 3.91 ERA. He's 8-4 with 4 complete games. And the first batter he'll be facing today is Lee May. He's batting .236 with 15 home runs, 36 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Lee. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike one. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike three. He strikes out Lee May to start this game, folks. Braves in a dogfight here with the Giants for the National League pennant. One down here in the first. Brings up Roy McMillan now. And Roy's batting .207 on the year. And he's got 9 home runs with 53 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Frank Howard's patrolling out there today for the Dodgers for out number 1. That short porch down the left field line here at the Coliseum. That brings up Eddie Matthews batting .301, 34 home runs, 113 RBIs. And that's going to be well hit down the right field line. And that ball bounces in fair territory. Eddie Matthews has got himself a 1-out double, folks, and 2-out double in scoring position for Hank Aaron. And here comes Hank Aaron up now. Hank's batting .298 with 29 home runs, 103 RBIs. Here's the pitch to the hammer. And that ball is well hit. That should drive in Eddie Matthews from second. That's going to be a single in the right field. Moon gets over there quick, though. I thought that was going to be a double, but he's going to hold Aaron to a single. But he does drive in the first run of this ball game, folks. And it's 1-0 Milwaukee. And Joe Adcock is up now. All this coming with 2 outs in the top of the first. And now Joe Adcock is up batting .280. He's got 34 home runs, 108 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Joe. Can he add to this 1-0 lead here, folks? And no, that's going to be a ground ball. No, it's not. It's going to be a swing and a miss. Roger strikes him out. And that's it to the top of the first. The Braves score 1. We got Wills, Gillum, and Farley due up here against Lou Burdette. This is Lou's 33rd start of the year. He's got a 3.57 ERA. He's 17-7 And he's got 10 complete games. First batter he'll be facing, like I say, is Maury Wills, batting 299, 6 home runs and 56 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Maury, and that's going to be a ground ball down to McMillan at short. He fires over to Adcock for out number one. One up and one down as he hit it to his counterpart. That brings up Jim Gillum. He's batting 266. He's got 3 home runs and 39 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Lee Mays out there today. He makes the catch for out number two rather. That brings up Ron Farley. And he's batting 340. Having a nice year here for the Dodgers with 10 home runs, 36 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to the cat, Felix Montelia. He throws over to Adcock, and the Dodgers go down in order. We go to the top of the second. The Braves with a 1-0 lead. They got Frank Thomas, followed by Joe Torre and Felix Montelia due up here. And Frank is batting 265 on the year. He's got 27 home runs, 80 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And Gillum's got it. He fires over to Farley at first. And that'll be out number one. And here comes Mr. Joe Torre, having a rough year here. And Joe batting, like I say, only 234, 7 home runs and 37 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit, though, in the left field. So nice way of starting this game for Torre. He's on with a single. Brings up Felix Montelia, the cat. He's batting only $160 on the year. Doesn't have a home run and 13 RBIs. Can the cat get on base here? And yes, he can. He squares this ball up against Roger Craig. And that ball is driven into right field. That'll get Torres down the third with one out here in the second. So first and third. And that'll bring up Lou Burdette. And if you've been following this replay, you know Lou's having a hell of a year at the plate also. Batting 298, 6 home runs, 16 RBIs. So we don't need no stinking DH, Lou says. Here's the pitch to Lou. Can he help his own cause and increase this 1-0 lead? And that's going to be a single in the left. That will score Torre. And all of a sudden, it's still first and third because the cat looked like a dog was chasing him, folks, and he makes it down the third. So still first and third. And like I say, we don't need no stinking DH. Lou Burdette adds to that 1-0 lead. It's 2-1 now, New York. Felix down at third. Burdette at first. Lee May, he struck out his first time up against Roger Craig. And that's going to be an infield hit. Makes it through. Matter of fact, Maury can't get to it. That'll be a single. And Lou will stop down at second. Still only one out. And now it's 3-0 Milwaukee. And Roy McMillan's up now. Mac flew out the left field his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs now here in the top of the second. It's up to Eddie Matthews to add to this 3-0 lead. Matthews doubled his first time up and came around to score the first run. And that's just going to be a lazy fly ball out the right field. Moon's got it. That'll end the inning, but the Braves do score 2 and take a 3-0 lead here, folks. We'll have Moon followed by Howard and Roseborg due up here for the Dodgers. Wally's batting 339 on the year. He's got 12 home runs, 80 RBIs. Nice year for Wally Moon. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Aaron couldn't get to that one. So the Dodgers got the leadoff runner aboard here for Hondo. And Frank is batting 237. Not a very good year for Frank. Only 10 home runs, 44 RBIs in limited play. Frank do something here with the runner down at first. And he sure can. That's going to be a single up the middle. And with Moon's speed, he's still only going to stop at second. He don't want to test the arm here of Hank Aaron with nobody out. So we got first and second now, and 2 runners aboard here with nobody out. Can the Braves get a ground ball double play here? Rosebour's batting .251. He's got 12 home runs, 59 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Can they turn 2? Max up with it. He tosses it over to Montelia, but he holds on to it. They only get 1. Moon gets the 3rd. Roseburg's down at first for Darrell Spencer. Braves with a 3-0 lead are going to play back, try to get that double play in the inning here. Darrell's only batting .206, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. Let's see if what Spencer does for hire. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. That's going to be deep enough, though, to score Moon from 3rd. And now it's a 3-1 lead. 2 outs, though, with a runner down at first. Now to bring up Willie Davis. Davis is batting .283. He's got 19 home runs, 57 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Willie. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field again. Aaron's got it. But the Dodgers get 1 across, cut the lead to 3-1. We go to the top of the 3rd. We got Aaron, Adcock, and Thomas due up here against Roger Craig. Hank singled and drove in a run his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the 4th strikeout by Craig today. That brings up Joe Adcock. And Joe struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Moon's got it. Quickly 2 up and 2 down. Brings up Frank Thomas now. Can Frank get on board here and keep this inning alive? He grounded out to second his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Roger Craig settles down after the second inning. Gets the Braves in order. He'll lead off the 3rd here, followed by Wills and Gillum. Rogers batting $188 on the year. He's got 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Frank Thomas is out there. Makes the catch for out number 1. Back to the top of the order now. Maury Wills grounded out to his counterpart at short his first time up. And now he's going to try Montelia down at second, but he's up to the task. 2 up and 2 down. And that brings up Mr. Jim Gillum. He flew out the right field his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. That's Lou's first walk of the game. No, it's not a base on balls. I keep forgetting Lou's got that double Z. So it's 2 balls and no strikes. Sorry about that. 2 balls and no strikes on Gillum. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the down the short. And that'll be the end of the inning. The Dodgers go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the 4th. We got Torrey, Montelia, and Burdette. Bottom part of the order due up here against Craig. Joe Torrey singled and came around to score his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Howard. 1 up, 1 down. And then comes the Cat. Can the Cat get on base here, folks? He singled and came around to score also his first time up. And he's going to single again in the right field. Nice piece of hitting by the Cat. So he's aboard now, and here's Lou Burdette. And like I say, he's already showed what he can do in this game. He's got that batting average up to .305. He singled and drove in a run his first time up. So we're sure not going to have old Lou bunting. And that ball is hit in the Center field, Lou Burdette is 2 for 2, folks. And the Cattle stop at second with 1 out. So we got first and second. We're back to the top of the order here. Let's see if Lee May can drive in the Cat from second. A single should score him. Lee's 1 for 2. He singled and drove in a run his last time up. Not this time, though. That ball is hit back to the mound. He'll have only 1 play over to first. Runners will advance, but there's 2 outs now with second and third. We got Montelia down at third. We got Lou down at second. For Roy McMillan, he's flown out and struck out. Can he come up with a 2-out base hit? Give the Braves maybe a 5-1 lead here. And yes, he can. That ball is going to be hit over first base in the right field. And here comes Lou Burdette trying to score from second. And the throw from Wally Moon. And John applies the tag. And they get Burdette. And that's the 3rd out, folks. The Braves do score a run, but old Sweet Lou gets thrown out at home, makes it 4-1 Milwaukee. We got Farley, Moon, and Howard due up here against Lou. Hopefully running the bases didn't wear him out. Hey, Bernie. Check out Bernie Strom's channel and 007's channels, folks. And Ron is 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to second base his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Hank Aaron. Hank waits for it to come down, makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Wally Moon now, full moon rising. He singled and came around to score the only Dodger run. And that's going to be a ground ball down to the shortstop. And Roy fires over to Adcock. And that'll be 2 up and 2 down. And that's the way you want to see it when you got Frank Howard up. He singled his first time up. Don't want anybody on base for Frank. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's the first strikeout by Lou Burdette today, folks. We go to the top of the 5th. It's 4-1 Milwaukee. We got Matthews, Aaron, and Adcock due up here for the Braves. And Matthews is doubled and flew out the right. He did come around to score. Excuse me, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Brings out Henry Aaron. And he's 1 for 2 with an RBI. He struck out his last time up against Craig. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And Aaron will stop at first, makes a wide turn, and I put that in the right field. It's supposed to be in the left field. And let's get it in the left field where it's supposed to. So Aaron down at first for Joe Adcock. And Joe at least get Aaron into scoring position. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and flew out the moon. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts for Joe Adcock. And that's number 7 for Roger Craig. So in between those 10 hits, he struck out 7. Now there's 2 outs for Frank Thomas. He's 0 for 2, grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Gillum tosses it over to Morey at second, and that'll end the inning. Braves strand 1. We go to the top of the 5th. The Braves leading by 3. You got Roseborg, Spencer, and Davis due up here in the 5th. And John is 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Joe Adcock comes up with it. Nice play. He tosses it over to Lou covering for out number 1. And that brings up Darryl Spencer now. He had a sacrifice fly his first time up, drove in a run, obviously. That'll be a ground ball down the MAC at short. That'll be 2 quick outs here in the 5th. And it's up to Willie Davis to keep this 5th inning alive here for the Dodgers. He flew out to center his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball down the left field line. Nice play by Eddie Matthews. Makes the catch to end the inning and robs Willie of a base hit. So we go to the top of the 6th. It's 4-1 Milwaukee. We got the bottom part of the order due up. Torrey, Montelia, and Burdette, but they've been productive. Joe's 1 for 2 today. Can he make it 2 for 3? And that's going to be a ball 1 on him. Can he take advantage of this 1-0 count? And no, he doesn't. Roger comes back and strikes him out for his 8th strikeout of the game. Brings up the cat. Felix is 2 for 2. Came around the score both times. Can he get on base for the 3rd time, folks? No, that's a lazy fly ball out to Howard. So it's up to Sweet Lou Burdette, who's had a perfect game here today, folks. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI. Can he do it, folks? Yes, he can. He laces that ball into center field. Willie Davis can't get to it. He's playing too far in. That one drove into the gap, and he gets it, cuts it off, keeps it a single, though. Lee Mays up now. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Can he keep this 2-out rally going? And no, that's going to be a fly ball. Willie Davis has got that one measured. So Lou gets stranded at first. We get to the 6th inning. We got probably a pitch hitter here for Roger. Morey, Wills, and Gillum. I think that's going to be it for Roger. He's given up 11 hits. He has struck out quite a few. Let's see how many he struck out. I think 8 or 9. Well, that'll be it for Roger. Yes, through 6 innings, he's given up 11 hits, 4 runs, and struck out 8. Hasn't walked a soul. But that's enough for the Dodgers for him. Let's see who will be coming out here to bat against Mr. Burdette. Like to keep Snyder for later on in the game. Tim Harkins is going to come out the lefty. Get a pitch hit opportunity here. Tim Harkness, the lefty. Tim is 0 for 1 for the Dodgers this year. Can he get his first base hit of the year? And no, but he does walk on down the first. Not what Lou wanted here with a 3-run lead to walk the leadoff batter in the 6th. That's right, he didn't walk him. I keep doing that. He's got the ZZ rating. Why do I keep forgetting that? That's the one rating that I forget all the time. So he doesn't walk him. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Harkins. Let's see what he does with this 2-0 pitch, folks. And he hits that ball down to Felix at second. Felix comes up with it, fires over to first. That'll be out number 1. And that'll bring up Morey Wills the top of the order now. Morey's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice, once to short and once to second. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. I remembered this time. Here's the 2-0 count to Morey. So Lou's starting to lose a little bit of control, getting behind on these guys, but he's in tokes, and I'm going to hit some ground balls. That's hit down the short, and that'll be out number 2. They're not taking advantage of these batters' counts, the Dodgers not. That'll bring up Jim Gillum. He's flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Roy. 2 ground balls to short. That'll end the inning. Hey, Aaron. Check out Aaron Reed's great channel, folks. He does a lot of baseball for Windows. And now we go to the top of the 7th. See who the Dodgers are going to bring out here to pitch. Got a bunch of righties due up. You got Matthews in between them. Let's see here. Probably bring on the Turk. They're going to bring out Jim Golden here to pitch. Jim Golden is going to come out, try to keep this a 3-run lead here for the Dodgers. That's a drop. All righty, he'll be facing. What happened there? Didn't take it. Try again here, as it didn't take Mr. Golden coming out of the bullpen. All righty, that should do it. We'll be facing McMillan, Matthews, and Aaron. 2, 3, 4 hitters. Roy's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Singled and drove in a run his last time up. And that's not what you want to see from your reliever that walked the first batter he faces, especially with Matthews and Aaron coming up. Eddie's doubled, came around the score, flown out and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And he throws that ball in the dirt. Mac's going to make it down the third. Matthews will stay at first, though. So that's an E4. Now you got runners on the corners for Hank Aaron with nobody out. Dodgers are going to have to bring the infield in. Hank, he's 2 for 3 with an RBI today. Can he get another one here with McMillan down at third? And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is hit down the left field line, folks. That short porch. Hank Aaron with a 3-run homer. And that just blew this game open. It's 7-1, folks. And Golden hasn't gotten a single batter out here in the 7th. Roger Craig looks like he's fuming in that dugout. That'll bring up Joe Adcock now with nobody on and nobody out. And he has struck out, flown out, and struck out. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Willie Davis has got it. And finally, the Dodgers get an out. Yeah, over defense is right. Yeah, old Hammer and Hank comes through. That brings up Frank Thomas. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded out, struck out, and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. And that is going to be strikeout number 1 for Jim Golden. So he settled down after the home run. There's 2 outs now. Might be too little, too late as Joe Torre's up. He's 1 for 3 today. And he's going to stay 1 for 4 because that's a fly ball out to Howard. And that'll do it. But Aaron hits a 3-run homer. Makes this a 7-1 game as we go to the 7th inning stretch. Fairley, Moon, and Howard do up. Ron's 0 for 2, grounded out and flew out. And that's going to be a fly ball down the left field line. Matthews goes back, makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch. Rob's run of a hit for first out of the inning. Here comes Wally Moon. He's 1 for 2. Came around and scored the only run for the Dodgers. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Aaron can't get to it. Moon's aboard here with a single with 1 out for Frank Howard. Hey, Mike, how are you? And here comes Mr. Howard. He's 1 for 2, singled and struck out. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Frank. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And he lifts that ball in the right field. Lee Mays got it ranged up. Comes in, waits for it to come down, makes the catch for out number 2. And here comes old John Rosebore. He's 0 for 2, reaching on the fielder's choice and grounded out to first. And that's going to be hit down the second. He'll go to short way over the Mac. And that'll be out number 3, and the Dodgers leave Moon at first. We go to the 8th inning. It's 7-1 Milwaukee. We got Montelia, then Lou Burdette, then back to the top of the order, and Lee May. Montelia's having a good game here, folks. He's 2 for 3, scored twice. And he gets a hold of this one, cracks it out there into right field. Moon gets over, has to get there quickly because Felix took a nice wide turn, was thinking of 2. That brings up Lou Burdette, who has pitched a great game and is doing it at the bat, too. 3 for 3 with an RBI. Like I say, folks, who needs that stinking DH? Can Sweet Lou go 4 for 4? And no, they finally get him out. That's a big swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 here for Golden. Brings up Lee May now with 1 out. May's 1 for 4 with an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Moon. That'll be 2 outs. Can old Roy McMillan come up with a 2-out base hit here? He's 1 for 3 with an RBI and came around the score. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the 8th inning for the Braves. They still lead 7-1, but strand a runner at first. We got Spencer Davis and a pitch hitter for Golden coming up here in the 8th. Spencer's 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly to drive in the only run for the Dodgers. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes after I got this figured out with that double Z. And he walks the hard way, the first actual walk. Lou's giving up today. Having to roll 2 14s to get the walk in APBA. So here is Darryl Spencer down at first for Willie Davis. Willie's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be popped up behind home plate. Joe Torre takes the mask off, makes the catch for out number 1. I think this is the time you go to the Duke of Snyder. Bring out this lefty. Try to get something going here. So Snyder's going to come out here and pitch hit for Golden. See what Duke can do here. So you got 1 out. Darryl Spencer down at first. Duke's batting .292 on the year, folks. He's got 12 home runs, 58 RBIs in limited play. Here's the pitch to Snyder. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Joe Adcock throws down the second. Going to try to turn 2. It was a slow roller. They'll get the out at second. McMillan holds up. Doesn't even throw down the first. So Duke will be down at first now with 2 outs. And we're back to the top of the order. And Maury Wills, he's 0 for 3. He's grounded out to short twice and the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And Mac bobbles that one, folks. That's an E6. Hey, Al. I'm doing well, thank you. Hope you are too. So let's see if the Dodgers can take advantage of this extra out. Old Jim Gilliam's up. He's 0 for 3. He's flown out and grounded out the short his other 2 times up. Here's the pitch for Lou. And that's going to be a pop up in the infield. And Eddie Matthews takes charge, makes the catch out near third base for out number 3. The Dodgers leave 2 on. We go to the top of the ninth. It's 7-1 Milwaukee. We got Matthews, Aaron, and Adcock due up here. And I think they're going to go to the Turk. The Turk's going to come out here and pitch for the Dodgers. I like the chat you had with Replay Gamer out. It was a nice chat. Oh, Turk. See if he can keep this a 6-run ball game. Like I say, he's got the big boys due up here. He's got Matthews, Aaron, and Adcock. Eddie's 1 for 4 with a double. And he scored twice. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Matthew makes a big turnaround first, but he'll hold with a single. That brings up the hammer. He's already hit a 3-run homer this game. He's 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs, folks. Can he get number 5 and 6 here? Here's the pitch to Hank. He's got 30 home runs on the year. He's got that batting average over 300 now at 302. And that's going to be a big swing and a miss, strike 3. He was trying to hit that 2-run homer. Here comes Joe Adcock now. And Joe is 0 for 4. He struck out twice. He's flown out to center and to the right. And he gets a hold of this one. Ain't nobody catching that. Howard turns around. That short porch out there in left field is a killer. That is home run number 35 for Joe Adcock. And RBIs number 109 and 10. And it is now a 9-1 ball game. One out for Frank Thomas. So the Turk and Golden sure didn't do their job. Frank Thomas is 0 for 4. He struck out twice, grounded out, and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. And he gets him with a big strikeout. So Turk settles down after the home run, strikes out Frank Thomas for out number 2. Here comes Joe Torre now. And Joe, he gets a hold of this one. Joe's having a decent game here. And he drives that ball out in the right field, and it makes it past everybody, rolls to the wall, and Joe Torres is standing down at second with a 2-out double. That brings up the Cat. The Cat's having a good game, folks. He's 3 for 4, trying to get that batting average over the Mendoza line. He singled twice, flew out the left, singled 3 times rather, and flew out the left. And he squares this one up and beats that ball in the right field. And that's going to score Joe Torres, and it's 10-1 good, buddy. So the bottom part of the order doing some damage here. And we know what Lou Burdette's done today, folks. On the mound, pitching a 3-hit, 1-run game. But at the plate, he's 3 for 4 with an RBI. He did strike out his last time up, though. And that's going to be another swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll end the inning. But the Braves score 3 and bust this game wide open. It's 10-1. Got Fairley, Moon, and Howard due up here against Blue. Can he get the complete game 3-hitter here, folks? Ron's 0 for 3, grounded out, flown out, and popped up. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And with down by 9, he's not chancing it. He's going to hold up with a single. Dodgers need all the base runners they can get. Here's Wally, full moon rising. He's 2 for 3. He's one of the few Dodgers that's figured out Lou. He's got half the hits against Burdette, only 4 hits total, and Wally's got 2 of them. And he's got number 3, too. So that's going to be a single in the right field. All of a sudden, Lou looks like he's a little gassed, but with a 9-run lead, we're going to let him in there. It's first and third and nobody out. Obviously, the Braves are going to play back for the double play. Frank Howard's up. If you can get a ground ball out of Frank, you got a chance. Cool. Aaron says it's game number 4, Pirates and the Athletics in his 1990 World Series. Oh, exactly, Mike. That's 1961 was a home run year. Still a lot of home runs in 61. Here is Frank Howard now, folks. He's 1 for 3. He's singled, struck out, and flown out. And that ball is well hit, folks. That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run number 11 for Frank Howard. And now it's a 10-4 lead. Still nobody out here in the ninth. That'll get some bullpen action up. Nobody was up until now. All of a sudden, the Dodgers are making this game a little interesting. So they go out and talk to Lou. He says his arm's not ready to fall off, but now you got Rosenberg, Spencer, and Davis due up here with nobody out and 3 runs already in. John is 0 for 10-4 over and out. It's right, Aaron. Yep. Here is John. He's reached on 2 fielders' choices and grounded out to first. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. And just like that, folks, it's now a 10-5 game. The Dodgers will cut this lead in half, and that's going to be it for Sweet Lou. So Burdette's going to come out of the game. See who the Braves are going to bring in here. Giving up 4 runs, hasn't gotten a soul out. How big was those runs given up by Golden and Turk now? And we got the righty, a lefty, and a right and a pitch hitter's going to be due up. I think they're going to bring in a right-hander. Bob Buell is going to come in here and pitch. So here out comes Bob Buell. Let's see here. Is this a save opportunity now? Now he's still got a 5-run lead. So Bob Buell is going to come out here and pitch. See if he can get through this 9th inning with no more runs scoring. Now he'll be facing Spencer Davis and a pitch hitter for Farley, the Turk. All righty, Spencer's 0 for 1. He's walked, had a sacrifice fly going into the 9th inning. That was the only run scored by the Dodgers. Not anymore. Yeah, it started that way. Now it's turning into a damn ball game here in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the pitch to Spencer. Can Bob Buell, this is his 30th appearance. He's got a 3.90 ERA. He's 15-10, no saves on the year. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. And all of a sudden, these Braves can't get a soul out, folks. That brings up Willie Davis now with Spencer down at first. Davis up the plate. He's 0 for 3, flown out, popped up twice. And look at this. He squares this ball up, folks. And he drives that ball into the gap in right field. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone. And it is 10-7, good buddy. And that's going to be it for Bob Buell. First, we'll see who the Dodgers bring out the pitch hit for Farley before we take Buell out. We're going to go to the man, no Don, to try to get a save here. So let's see who they bring off the bench. The only lefty they got on the bench is Norm Locker now. So Norm's going to come off the bench. The pitch hit. And like I say, that's going to be it for Bob. McMahon's going to come out of the bullpen. The pitch here. Try to get 3 outs here in the ninth. What was a 9-run lead, folks, is now a 3-run lead. This is crazy. All righty, now let's do this and get Don in the game. Didn't think we was going to need to use him going into this 9th inning. He'll be going for save number 37 here, folks. This is Don's 48th appearance. He's got a 2.23 ERA. He's 1-4 with that 36 saves. Can he get number 37? Norm Locker's due up. He's batting .313 on the year with 6 home runs and 43 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Norm. And that's going to be a ground ball. That's a fly ball out to center field, and Hank Aaron muffs that one, folks. That's going to be an E8. And anything that can go wrong here in the 9th has going wrong. So there you go. Aaron is aboard here with an error by Hank Aaron. That brings up Maury Wills. He's 0 for 4. I'm not sure, John. Rob asked me that yesterday. I need to start getting back into red, white, and blue. That's for sure. Yeah. That'll bring up Maury Wills. He's 0 for 4. He's grounded out 3 times and reached on an error himself. Here's the pitch to Maury. And that's going to be a base on balls. Geez, you Pete's this inning can't get any worse for the Braves. So now 2-1, a kind run at the plate, and still nobody out, folks. John Gillum's up the bat. He's 0 for 4. He's grounded out twice, flown out the right, popped up the third. And that's going to be a base on balls. And now the bases are juiced. And Lou Burdette is in that dugout just fuming at himself. We're giving up those early runs in the inning. And now the bullpen can't get it done. Ron Fairley's up now. He's 1 for 4, grounded out, flown out, popped up, and singled to start this inning. Here is the 9th batter up, folks, and still not a soul out. Can Don finally start getting some outs here, folks? And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. And that's going to be deep enough to score Locker. But that's finally an out here, folks, and the Braves will take it. So now we got first and second, 1 out, and it's a 10-8 game. And here comes Wally Moon. Moon is 3 for 4. He scored twice. And that's going to be another base on balls. Again, filling the bases up. Don doesn't have his great stuff today, it don't look like either. Now we got the bases juice for the man you do not want to see, Frank Howard. He's 2 for 4 with a homer earlier in this inning. He hits one now. That'll be the ball game, folks. Here's the pitch to Howard. And that is a big swing and a missed strike 3. The Dodgers are now down to their last at bat. John Rosebore is up. Bases are juiced. John hit a home run his first time up in this inning. Can Don come through here and get this save and keep this 10-8 game? And yes, he can. That's a fly ball out to center field. Hank doesn't screw the pooch this time. And the Braves hang on, folks, to win a wow, 10-8. The Dodgers score 7 runs in the bottom of the ninth to make this a ball game. Sure is right. This was crazy. Here I thought this was going to be an easy victory. Let's take a look here at the box score now. The Braves scored 10 runs on 17 hits and 2 errors. The Dodgers 8 runs, 7 of them in the ninth inning, folks, on 9 hits and 1 error. Hank Aaron 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs, and they needed them all, folks. Oh, that is awesome, John. That game is so great. I need to get it back on the table. It's right there with APBA. But with me doing this 1961 season and then the World Series, the history of the World Series, trying to play every World Series, I just haven't been playing it. I need to get started. That's for sure. How about Lou Burdette, 3 for 5? Felix Montelia, 4 for 5. Joe Torre, 2 for 5. Like I say, the bottom part of the order did well. Eddie Matthews was 2 for 3. The Braves were 6 for 9 with runners in scoring position. They needed it. Left 9 men on base. Wally Moon was 3 for 4. Frank Howard, 2 for 3. All those hits that you see there, folks, all came in the ninth inning. Remember, it was a 3-hitter going into the ninth. Got 6 hits in that ninth inning and 7 runs. Dodgers were only 1 for 4. They didn't have many opportunities till that ninth inning. They left 7 men on base. Lou Burdette goes 8+ innings, gives up 7 hits, 5 runs, walked 1, struck out 1, and gave up 2 home runs there in the ninth. Bob Buell comes in, doesn't get a soul out, gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, and gave up a homer himself. McMahon comes in, and it wasn't a pretty 37th save. Pitches an inning, gives up an unearned run, walked 3, and struck out 1. Roger Craig gets the loss. He drops to 8-5. Lou Burdette, I forgot to tell you, he's 18-7 now. Craig pitches 6 innings, gives up 11 hits, 4 runs, struck out 8. Golden comes in and gets lit up for 2 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned, walked 1, struck out 3, and gave up a home run. And the Turk, how big was those 3 runs in the top of the inning? He gets beat up, gives up 4 hits on 3 runs, struck out 3 in the big home run. And that was your ball game, man. Now let's take a look here at the National League and do some fast play. We got the Phillies taking on the Reds in Cincinnati, Ohio. And the Reds win big. Phillies 3 runs on 9 hits and an error. The Reds 8 runs on 11 hits and an error. Then you got the Cardinals traveling up to Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. And the Cardinals win a close one. 7 runs on 16 hits and an error. The Pirates 6 runs on 13 hits and no errors. And here we go. The Cubbies taking on the Giants. Cubbies helped out the Braves in the last game. Can they do it again here in game number 2 of this series? Braves can use all the help they can get. And the Giants shut out the Cubbies, and they needed that one, the Giants did. No runs on 4 hits and an error. The Giants 1 run on 5 hits and no errors. Take a look at this box score, folks. Giants with a big win. Scored that run in the bottom of the ninth. Let's take a look at the scorecard here. A home run by Felipe Lou. Oh, Ellsworth went the distance and gets the loss. Look at that. The Cubbies, not many hit, only 4 hits. Same with the Giants. Giants were 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. The Cubbies 0 for 4, but only left 4 men on base. The Dodgers left 5 men on base. Like I say, old Ellsworth, he drops to 7 and 12, pitched a nice 8 and a third of it innings, but then gives up the home run. Mike McCormick pitches the shutout on 4 hits, walked 1, and struck out 6. Let's take a look here at the standings. So the Braves got a 7.5 game lead over the Giants. It's a 2-man race. The Reds and everybody else have been eliminated. Reds 13.5 games back. The Cardinals 19. The Dodgers 20. Cubbies 28, 20.5. Pirates 26. And the Lonely Fields 41.5. Clemente's leading the National League and the major leagues with that 366 batting average. Cepeda with 37 home runs, 1 more than his teammate, leading in the home runs in the National League. He's also leading in RBIs, 123, 10 more than Eddie Matthews. Warren Spahn leading the National League with that 2.31 ERA. Him and Lou Burdette now both have 18 wins on this year. You just seen Don pick up an ugly 37 save. They'll be leading the National Leagues in saves. Cepeda's leading an MVP voting over Matthews. And Spahn is now leading in the Cy Young over Lou Burdette. I want to thank Tim D., Aaron Reed, John Wise, Mike, our Red Sox fan. Check out his great channel too. Bernard Strom. And 007 for stopping in here today at LA. When you leave the stadium here, hit that bell, like, and leave a comment. Our next game is going to be the final game of that Yankees-Tigers series. Should be a hell of a pitching game. Looking forward to that. Even though the Yankees, spoiler alert, has clinched the American League pennant, taking the first 3 games against the Tigers. But that game with Bill Stafford going up against Jim Bunning should be a hell of a pitching game. Oh, thank you, Tim. You take care too, bud. All righty, folks. So that'll be the next game on the channel. Will be that Yankees-Tigers game. Until then, you guys have a great afternoon and take care.